Today, I will reveal a dramatic and little-known story about Saint Nicholas, one that most people have never heard in their entire lives. In a quiet coastal town of France, where the morning mist touched the old stone streets, the bells of an ancient chapel echoed through the silence. And within this sacred calm lived a man known not for power or wealth, but for mercy, compassion. Saint Nicholas, the father of orphans. Queen Anna, wife of the King of France, held a profound reverence for Saint Nicholas. Whenever she saw him, her heart filled with peace, for she found in him wisdom, purity, and divine guidance. The gates of the royal palace were always open to him, for Anna knew that Nicholas sought nothing for himself, only for the poor. Saint Nicholas often walked the narrow streets, carrying bread for hungry children, comforting the forgotten and the broken. And Queen Anna, seeing the sincerity in his heart, supported him whenever he came seeking help for the orphans and the needy. One day, the royal palace burst into motion. Silk linens covered long tables, golden plates were polished to shine, and the great hall bloomed with flowers. Queen Anna had prepared a magnificent feast for the nobles and dignitaries of France. When news of this grand celebration reached Saint Nicholas, a deep sadness settled in his heart. For he knew what lay outside the palace walls, children trembling in the cold, families struggling against hunger, souls abandoned to misery. And on such a night, the palace glowed with luxury. Nicholas made a decision that no one expected. He took off his clean robe and wore his oldest, most tattered garment, a robe worn thin by years of service and humility. Thus dressed, he stepped onto the cold stone road and walked toward the shining palace. When Nicholas entered the grand hall, the nobles burst into laughter. To them, he looked like a jester, a man out of place among golden walls and silk gowns. But Nicholas, calm and unshaken, continued walking with humble steps. He gently pushed through the crowd and stopped before Queen Anna. With a quiet but piercing voice, he said, "My queen, you celebrate here as though it were a wedding feast, while outside, the poor and the orphaned are trembling with hunger and cold." Queen Anna froze where she stood. Anna lowered her gaze. She looked at her shimmering dress, the golden bracelets on her wrists, the glittering crown upon her head, and suddenly all the splendor felt empty, even shameful. With trembling hands, Queen Anna removed her crown. She held it for a long moment, then placed it gently into Saint Nicholas's hands. She removed her bracelets, her necklaces, her jewels. "These belong to the poor," she whispered. A heavy silence filled the hall. A close friend of the queen rushed to her side. "Anna, why are you doing this? You are a queen. Why give up such treasures tonight?" But Anna remained quiet, her heart wrestling between duty and truth. Anna reached toward a table of flowers. She lifted a simple blossom, soft, fragile, pure. Placing it upon her head, she said softly, "Is not this flower, created by God himself, more precious than a crown crafted by human hands?" In that moment, Anna saw it, a tear slowly falling from Saint Nicholas's eye. Her breath caught as she whispered, "Tell me, what jewel on my crown could ever be more valuable than this holy man's tear?" The hall fell into reverent silence. The feast came to an end. Nicholas stepped out of the palace to return to the poor he loved so dearly. From a distance, Queen Anna placed her hand on her heart and watched him with tearful eyes. For she now understood, a person's worth is not measured by what they possess, but by what they give. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this.